Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Salamander on the Japanese Sega Saturn. Recently got this, I have to say, really impressed. Always been a fan of this series, ever since playing it on the NES. Going back to it now, I can see why it's sort of the fun version of Gradius. Also, it offers that simplicity when it comes to the weapon system. That for me, it's just one less thing to think about. Still equally as frustrating when it comes to deaths, perhaps more frustrating, but there's definitely a lot to like here, especially in this Saturn collection. The inclusion of Salamander 2, in my opinion, is worth the purchase price alone. A very brutal game once you get to level 3, but oh so good looking, especially for the era when it was released. This is the original, not the sequel. I have to say, when I had this on the NES, it was one of the only shooting games I had, so it was certainly a welcome addition. And I believe it's Life Force on the NES, which is the same game as this. Almost. The version on here actually has a weapon system exactly the same as Gradius, where you select what you want, but after playing this, I much prefer it this way around. I'm playing on Sony PVM should I say, not BVM. I was going to buy BVM, but I didn't end up in the end. So here we go, the first boss. An interesting approach as well, this. So I have to coax it round, trick its arms, shoot in the eyeballs, and away we go. So as you can see, we're now in the vertical position. Another thing that makes this game stand out from the original Gradius series. When you're powered up, it's a pleasure. When you're not, this is an absolute nightmare. There's so many enemies coming at you at once. Calling out the laser. I think I prefer the ripple in all honesty. Also don't like these meteors. All the way these enemies explode. Oh, I knew it was going to be... Oh, I've not collected any of the options either. It's always a nice touch, the fact you can collect the options back up after you've been destroyed. Unfortunately, I failed to do that, so now I'm in serious trouble. Can only hope some power-ups appear shortly. Come on, give me something, please. Okay, that's a help. Whoa. It looks like we've reached the boss. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. I've beaten my top score though, so not too bad. I've only had this couple of days, but cracking game. Really pleased with it. Paid £32, which isn't a bad price. Ooh. Comes complete with all the spine card and all that business, as you would expect. So there we go. I'll leave it there. Well, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll upload another video soon.